Hello, this is Goda. Welcome back to Feed the Beast Interactions, where we are remastering the mod pack, apparently. No, whoops, first of all, I put some steel in here to smelt, and I forgot to put the mold back in there. We have ground up some redstone ores. Now I'm grinding up the crushed redstone. We have a lot of crushed redstone to grind up. Yep. And I also put some crushed ores to actually cook out here in our seared furnace. Oh, our cactus also grew. It grows up to 5 blocks tall, by the way, and then it stops growing. I think the vanilla max height is 3, but in this mod pack it's 5, apparently. Also, there is a ore patch in this chunk. What is the ore patch here? Is it oil sands? I see some oil sands flowers over there, but, yeah, that looks like it's right here. Do we have this marked? We do have it marked, but it's slightly in the wrong spot. Edit waypoint. Can we move it over towards us? So let's move it, like, to 70, and then maybe move it down to, like, 15? Almost. Move it down to like 20. There we go. Manually moving the waypoint with the coordinates. Yeah, so that's a little curious to not actually know what's in this vein here. I see the flower for soapstone over there, but I also see the flower for soapstone right here. This is how close it is, though. It definitely seems closer to this vein. So did we, like, pick up all the flowers in this vein, and there's like a vein over here that we just don't know about? This does not look like a pleasant place to fall. I don't know. We'll figure it out at some point. But anyways, for today's episode, we are in all of my bookmarks getting deleted hell, I guess. It's kind of odd. I wonder what's happening with that. Where are my bookmarks? This is unfortunate. Why are my bookmarks not saving between sessions? They were saving before because I was using it as, like, a to-do list. Now I'm perturbed. What happened? Be right back. I'm gonna test something off camera for a minute. Okay, well, I'm back, and my bookmarks are still here. I just went to the main menu and back. I'm wondering if I close my game out entirely and reopen the game, if that's what's clearing it out, because I did restart my game since last time to fix that issue with the marble textures. And in fact, if we go over here and look at the resource packs, I made a new resource pack. So I integrated the marble texture pack into my Faithful 32 FTB iFixes texture pack. That one's mine that I made. It's not like my textures, but like I kind of used textures that I picked up to make that one. And I had this in here before, because when you would take, like, some of these ores, like, let me show you. I don't think it's chalcopyrite. Wow, this does look low res, though. Did I actually take that out of the pack? Hold on 1 second. Nope, I didn't, in fact. So I'm gonna actually go ahead and reboot my game right now so that I can take that out of this texture pack. And I guess also let's test if this clears out some bookmarks. I'm also going to favorite, like, this aluminum chainsaw, I guess. No, not aluminum chainsaw. Let's favorite something on page 8. Here we go. The mana-infused chainsaw. Yeah, sure. So we have an aluminum chainsaw on bookmark and a mana-infused chainsaw on the favorite. So let's see if it preserves those when I restart the game. So I'm going to be right back right now. So I now get to experience the very much funnest part of modded Minecraft, which is waiting for the dang mod pack to load. Yeah, obviously I'm not gonna actually record this, but I will see you on the other side when it's done. Okay, very exciting. Back at the main menu finally. Let's see if my changes work. Okay, we are back. There we go. Whoops, messed up my resuming of video there. And yeah, here is the actual high-res texture for the 32 by 32 ore texture. The only problem with this texture, and like it's a great texture, but there is one slight problem with it. And let me see if I have any relevant ore to show you, and you're gonna look at it and you're gonna be like, yeah, does probably look like a problem. The whole reason I made the whole low-res ore pack was because of this ore. Let's see here. Do you see this iron ore? Kind of hard to spot, right? Like, it just kind of blends into the stone. There were some other minerals as well that did that, but I'm thinking, like, I'm just not going to worry about it because the way I mine is, like, it's almost not relevant anyways for the way I'm going to be seeing these ores and stuff, because, like, I'm just, like, strip mining anyways, right? Is this even called strip mining? I don't think this is called strip mining. I think this is just called destroy the earth mining. Anyways, there were a couple of things I did want to do that I just remembered. Last time we got access to steel. Put these to grind over here. Last time we got access to steel, and what I would like to do with steel is turn it into some infused metal. So steel ingot. We can't turn it into mana steel, but I believe it's mana infused. No, not this mana steel. Hold on. Oh, also, I restarted my game. Yeah, look at that. It saved the chainsaw, and then it also saved my favorited recipe there. So I'm not sure what made it delete my chainsaw before, but... Or, not my chainsaw, my favorites before, but, anyways, wow, I am doing too many things at the same time. So, mana infused. This is what I'm looking at. Mana infused metal. And it's actually our LV superconductor as well. So if you look at the mana infused metal cable here, it has a loss of 0 EU per meter, which is pretty great. There's something wrong with this recipe here. This is not supposed to be able to you're not supposed to be able to do the wire cutter recipe on all of these wires. Draconium wire? Yeah, this isn't supposed to be a thing. We're not gonna be doing this, but, like, there's definitely something wrong with the Modpack config. Anyways, we did enough technical troubleshooting last time. Let's, actually play the game this time. Okay, so what I wanted to make was mana-infused metal, which, to make this, we are going to have a few options, but the one we're most interested in, let's see... None of these. This one, the fluid recipe. Dunk a steel into a mana. And yeah, that's really all there is to it. And we're going to be using a good amount of this stuff for our tools and such. In fact, can we make thaumium with this? Hold on a second. Hey, this is what we use to make thaumium. In fact, I might just skip using this for tools altogether and go straight to thaumium, because that would be kind of sick, to be honest. Oh, we can also use regular steel for thaumium. But that's like besides the point. We're gonna obviously use this one because it's just steel that we dunked in mana. It's so easy to make, right? So let's go, like, do that, right? Just go in here. Boom. Oh, this isn't the fastest process, is it? Well, there is a quest here to make a mana-infused metal hammer, so I might go ahead and do that. And then there's also one for a thaumium hammer. I mean, I don't know if I wanted to make a hammer specifically. I kind of wanted to make the mining hammer, though. It's okay, I guess. Where did this quest that we popped come from? Aha, here, the mana-infused metal. Well, yes, I will take 8 more mana-infused metal. Why not? I'm looking at the quest here. We're going to need to start doing this probably pretty imminently, like within the LV age of materials, we're going to need to start doing that. Alright, all of our mana-infused metals have crafted into ingots. Let us go and make some thaumium. So to make thaumium, we need to use... what was it? I just saw it. This recipe. So we need Why is it grayed out now? What the? Oh, well, we need 5 Precantio. I don't know how to say this. I'm so sorry. Sorry to all the Latin speakers out there. Let's just make, like, I don't know, 32 of this, like half a stack. So for that, we are going to do 16 mana-infused metals. We're going to need Terra. Terra comes from dirt, I believe. So we can just use dirt. Not cobblestone, dirt. Yep. Okay, so we can use an equal stack of dirt as the mana-infused ingots. And then for Precantio, I think there was something janky I remember. It was like a sponge chisel or something. Let me look through here really quick. We want to find anything that's pure of this so that we can minimize our pollution. Yeah, these, for some reason, the sponge tools are having Precantio and whatever the recycling symbol is. I forget what that one's called. Yeah, sponge chisel over here. Look at that. Only 9 and 3. Why sponge chisel specifically? I think it's the cheapest material. Why? So, yeah. So if we're gonna make that, it's a multiple of 9. So if we do 5 of these, we would want to actually do 9. So let's do 27 of these ingots instead. That way we can use a multiple of 9. Not 20, 27. Need to go the other way, actually, to get to a multiple of 9. We need to get to 36. So let's get a bit more dirt. 2 more dirts, 2 more mana ingots, and then we're going to need 36 times 5 divided by 9. Not 36 times 5. 18 divided by 9 times 5. 10 sponges. Right? 18 times 5 is 90, divided by 9 is 10. Okay, so 10 sponges. Cool. So to get sponges, we need to use this thing, which we haven't actually done yet. So let's go ahead and, like, do this. And, oh boy, time to go use our Pure Daisy. We still only have 1 Pure Daisy, kind of annoying. Whoops. 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 Hello? I would like to actually, like, speed up the Pure Daisy and not just place candles around it. Jeez, that was annoying. Speed up this crafting process. Thank you. I will take that tool station. And this seems like a good place to put it. We will be putting our magic stuff somewhere else, don't worry. So then, other stuff we want to make. So tool station lets us actually put the tools together. We can make a chisel here, but we need the actual thing to make the chisel bits with. And for that, we are going to need Tinker's Construct. Find the actual items we need in here somewhere. Scrolling through the massive list of stuff. Here we go. So we're going to need a stencil table. So that means we're going to need blank patterns. And I think there's one other thing we need. Part builder. Yeah, that's the other part here. Part builder. So stencil table and part builder. So we're going to need blank patterns, which is just sticks and wood. That's just wood and sticks. Okay, lots of... Let's use our project table for this, actually. Do we have wood in here? We have sticks, but I don't think we have any wood. Let's go get some wood real quick. And we're going to need a log of some type. Do we have a log of some type? I feel like we have to have a log of some type somewhere. Mineral, sure. Yeah, we can use that. Let's do this recipe. Oh, we need to do our patterns first. My bad. Why is it using mineral wood planks? We don't have mineral wood planks in here, do we? Wait, what? Where? So confused. Where are the wood planks it's using? Bro, what? Where are there wood planks in here? Am I, like, duping this out of thin air? Plank. Oh no! It's using these wood planks! Oh no! That's not what we wanted it to use. Please use these planks instead. No, it's still using those planks! Stop it! Oh gosh. Okay, now I understand why it was crafting and then it was like, I'm using the wrong material. And then I was like, gosh dang it. Really not what I wanted it to be using there. Let me, like, put this lower at the inventory and hope it never does that again. Better yet, let me just, like, pull that out of the table and stick it over here. That chest is going into the no-no box. Okay, now we can do this with mineral. Cool. Mineral wood part builder. And then stencil table. We can use... we have birch planks in here, so we actually have to tell it the specific plank to use. Excuse me? That's not how this recipe works. What on earth is happening? Okay, whatever. And also I want a stencil chest. Or what is it? Pattern chest? I want 2 of these, actually. You know, this pattern is actually kind of more wood efficient. So let's go ahead and do that. And there we go, 2 pattern chests. So we are going to put our stencil table here. Can we put the pattern chest underneath it? Forget if this works. Nope, it does not see the pattern chest down there. Okay, well, we tried. I tried to be neat and put something under the ground, but... where's my dolly? Let's move this here, move that there. Part builder's gonna go here, and then the pattern chest is gonna go there. And then we are going to put our stencils in here, because that's like the only place to use them, really. And we need a sponge chisel head. Sorry, the chisel head, and then we need the tool rod. Come to think of it, this needs to be over here, doesn't it? Okay, because it needs to be able to access both of these inventories at once. Okay, and then let's get some sponge. Maybe not that many sponges, maybe like 32 to start with. So we decided on 10 sponges, right? Yes, so we're gonna need 10 of these. And then we need 10 sponge handles. And that is just 10 as well. Okay, so there's our sponges. And we don't need the rest of those. And then now we're just going to assemble our sponges over here. Let's put it to assemble our sponges, assemble our chisels. Alright, there we go. We sure made some chisels here. Okay, so some of these materials are going to go to waste, but it should only be 30 of the recycling symbol. What is that called again? Does it not want to tell me? Thaumcraft. What is this listed under? It's listed under Thaumcraft, so why is it not Thaumcraft? Why do I not see the list of aspects? Oh, here they are. Permutatio, okay. Alright, so we're gonna do... I guess we're gonna do 1 chisel, then 1 ingot. Oh gosh, please do not... I'm facing the cauldron right now. Okay, big mistake. Do not fill your inventory when you're facing this cauldron. How do I want to do this? Because my inventory is actually rather full. Here's an idea, genius. How about empty your inventory a bit? There we go. And where's my dirt? I just put it in the box like an idiot. Oh my god. Okay. So dirt. So we're gonna do one chisel, one dirt, one mana infused ingot, and we're just gonna repeat until we have all of our chisels in there. Then we're gonna dump the rest of our dirt and mana infused ingot. Because if we go too fast, we're gonna overflow the cauldron. But if we go too slow, stuff's gonna start uh, going away. So here we go. Boom, boom, boom. Boom, 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 boom. I'm gonna stop saying boom now. Whoops! I threw a thaumium ingot in there. That is my bad. Okay, well, that wasn't too much of a disaster, I don't think. Let's do our thermometer and scan our chest. We haven't scanned our chest for a minute. Okay, let's scan over here. How am I holding this thing with like two hands and then I'm also holding a candle on the left side? What's going on here? Alright. I don't think there's anything else for us to really glean from out here. Forgot to mention, but I did go out and get some wood to restock our furnace out here to run. Alright. That's good for now. Oh, we have some ore in our, what's it called, baggie here. I totally forgot about those. Redstone ore. I'm just going to put these in our ore chest to be processed. Which, honestly, we do not need it out here anymore. Let's bring it inside. That's going to be for, like, specialty recipes. So, like, for example, turning wool into string. We might do that over there. So here we go. Here's our ores to be processed. Because wool, I don't think we can put in a macerator, can we? We can put it in a mortar and pestle for 4 each, but that's a little bit more manual, if I recall. Squeezer is basically 1 wool to 3 string on average. Doesn't let us do anything. Pulverizing. Yeah, it's 1 wool for 1 string for 1 wool, but once we get more, I think this slot unlocks once we get to a high voltage macerator, and this one takes in extreme voltage, and this one takes an IB voltage macerator, insane voltage. Doesn't actually say which slot does which here, but the end of the day, this is still like, how much does this add up to? 140, 160? So 260, this is still worse than the squeezer, so if we need string, squeezer and wool is one of the best ways to get it. Alright, the whole reason I made this thaumium is because I want to make a better mining tool with it. So let's go and let's put some thaumium ingots to turn into plates. That should be enough thaumium plates for us. I'm going to make a few different kinds of tools with it. But the probably most critical one is going to be the mining hammer, because look at that durability. It has Fortune 2 on it as well, which doesn't actually affect anything, I don't think. But still, it's a good tool. Do we want the thaumium axe? I don't think so. Do we want any other thaumium tools? Thaumium knife, actually, would be sick. It has an attack damage of 4, though. What other knives can we make that would have a good attack damage? The flint is 3. The aluminum is 9.5. That's pretty good, okay. Maybe thaumium is not a good material for this. Duranium, 14, okay. Let's just look through these really quick. Sterling silver, bronze. Let me bookmark anything I can actually make right now. So flint we can make. Invar we can make. We need to go get some nickel, but we can indeed make it. Bronze we can make. I don't think we can make Damascus steel, right? Cobalt brass. It'd be a pain. Wrought iron is worse than both of those, so don't worry about that. Vanadium steel is not good either. Tungsten steel is not good. That's not good. Neutronium, 102 attack damage? Yeah, I wish I could make that. Can't make that. Thaumium is actually not a good material here for this weapon. Mana infused is actually 8 damage. That's our best option so far. Can't make draconium, can't make diamond. Can't make naquita. Okay, I think our best option actually ends up being mana infused metal here. So let's make one of those. Let's go ahead and scrunch up some of those mana infused plates. Oh, and our redstone is going kind of crazy here. Let's go ahead and process some of our redstone. Let me show you how we're going to do it. So, what does this turn into? Cinnabar? I don't care if we lose some cinnabar later down the road. I just want to process this redstone. So I have a cauldron in my inventory that we looted from a house earlier, but what I would like to do with it is get up here to this Everfull urn, because I want this to fill up our cauldron, which is full of these impure dust, but that doesn't seem to be working. Does this not fill up cauldrons? I'm sorry, I thought this filled up cauldrons. Can you fill the cauldron, please? Hello? So, yeah, that doesn't work. Let's try something else. Let's try cauldron, but I think let's try to use a pipe to get the water out of there. So let's use an ender fluid conduit. And then, does this connect to the end? No, it doesn't connect to that. It does connect to the top of the urn. And it doesn't connect to the cauldron, though. It doesn't connect to the top of to the bottom of the cauldron either. Can you not pipe water into a cauldron? I could have sworn you can. Get another ender fluid conduit so I can try the top of the cauldron. But if we're covering the top of the cauldron, I don't know how I'm gonna get the items in. Yeah, that does not work. Okay. Oh. Okay, suddenly works. Sure. Alright, let's throw all of our redstone in here. And please refill the cauldron. Do we need to, like, accelerate this to make it work faster or something? Okay, there we go, finally. Alright, got all our redstone. Sorry, that was like a disaster and a half. I don't know why that was so janky. Great. Got our thaumium. Alright, I'm really excited to upgrade our weapon because I feel like we've been struggling in the damage dealing department here. Let's take all of our stuff here except the wood planks go to the no-no box so that we don't destroy them all. Put all of these materials in here. We don't need nether bricks in here right now. We don't need mineral chunk in here either. I don't know where the stone brick came from. Alright, let's make our new weapon. Except I want the mana infused plate. Why did I put it in here? There we go. Mana infused knife. Let's go. I'm gonna leave this knife in here as a crafting knife, should we need one. It's used for things. And then I didn't grab our thaumium. I did grab our thaumium. It's in my inventory. Gosh dang. Whoa, dude. Thaumium, let us make a... We could make thaumium armor as well, honestly. That kind of sounds kind of nice, but we don't have aquamarine now that I'm looking at this, so never mind. Thaumium gear used for anything? I don't know why I'm looking right now. Let's just make our dang... What am I looking for? Butchery knife is kind of interesting here. It has a... Let me look at the butchery knife really quick. It has a lower attack speed, but it has a looting 3. That's interesting. That might be something we would actually want to consider for if we're like needing to farm mobs specifically. But enough beating around the bush. Let's get our dang thaumium mining hammer. And there we go. This is going to be like a sick mining hammer. Can we enchant this? Yo, this is enchantable as well. We have a Unbreaking 3 book from somewhere. Let's go, like, test this out. This is gonna, like, be sick to mine with. Putting some stuff away first, though. Alright. Okay. Let's go check this mining hammer out. Where do we want to mine, though? Let me get some food as well. So we have a good amount of copper. Maybe just, like, iron or something? Get, what looks good in here? How about Salisbury steak for today's meal? Let me see how much metal we have. I put a bunch of metal to cook in here. Yeah, look at that. Just an unhinged amount of ingots in here. Oh, boy. Yep, that sure is a lot of metal. What do we need at this point? I guess we need... just its chest is already full of stuff. I'm going to start putting my metal in here. Let's actually go ahead and move our metals in there so that it's easier to find them. There we go. These as well. We'll keep plates and dust over there, I guess. I don't know. So iron's actually our lowest between copper. We also need tin. So you know what? We are gonna need more tin. Like we're gonna need a lot of tin for wires and stuff. So let's like go do tin. And we know we have a vein in this direction. Hello, sheep. I did not mean to place a torch. So for tin, we placed a we had a mining hole. Here it is. Down we go, bonking our head on every single step possible. Let's mine some of these, though some of them we're gonna get stuck on. We turned around here, and then here is our tin vein. Okay, nice. Let's see how fast this thing mines. This is gonna be very nice to use. Oh yeah, look at that. Wow. Let's turn on F7. I'm just gonna go crazy down here for a few minutes. I'll fast forward this part, so be back in a bit. Okay there. Well, I think that's enough mining for now. We got a lot of stuff mined. I did all the mining I wanted to do over in that tin vein, and then I was like, you know what? I still have a bunch of durability. Let me go and hit up the iron mine a little more. And this guy decided to pay me a visit. I think he's just gonna get to perish because he got himself trapped. Whoa, 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 whoa. You can't suddenly reach me. That's rude. And you can see here how crazy the what's it called is there. The knife weapon is just like absolutely brutal. We got a troll's tree trunk. Okay, that sure is a swing that it does. Okay, well, I'm not going to be able to use it on, like, a skeleton that's that far away. How about you here? Nope. Okay, he's still too far away. He's going to have to come closer if I have any shot of hitting him. Yeah, you know what? We're just gonna... It's a legendary weapon, so it says. Can we do something interesting with this? I see. So this is for, like, applying oils or something, I guess. We can enchant it. We can turn it into thumbcraft stuff. We're just gonna toss it out of here. This is like, we don't want this. Bye-bye. And let's not actually die. We managed to mine out this whole area without dying, so I think this seems like a good place to call it and not get killed. So let's slash home now. Okay, a lot of stuff mined. I had my satchel also picking up a lot of ores here, so let's go look at our haul. Dump in all of our ores here. So just a ton of magnetite. This is all magnetite from here to here. That's all iron ores. We have regular iron ores as well. We got a few good stacks of gold ores as well. I emptied my sack. Yes, I did. Okay. Yeah, good progress there. Forced leather troll. It's actually kind of interesting set. I don't know if we're going to end up using it, but it is a set, I guess. We got 3. Can we do anything with 3? No, it looks like we need 4 to do anything with. So, that's just going to go and mob loot until we do something with that. Got some mushrooms as well. That could be useful for something. No, I don't want to eat that right now. Let's do something, though, with something here, because our storage here is too full. Rice seeds and rice. Black Lotus. I think Black Lotus, we can do something with that in Botania. Yo, Lotus seeds. Lotus seeds I've been wanting to plant. Where do we want to plant them? Lotus seeds drop from lotus plants, which you can find in snowy biomes. You can get lotus blossoms from fully grown lotuses. Okay, let's just plant those, like, out here. Can we, like, accelerate them? I mean, if we can, they are exceptionally slow at growing, because this is not budging. That's okay, though. Those are going to be what we need to use to repair our drill, and in fact, we have such... Our drill is so damaged, I think we need to go pay our sheep a visit. That, or we just, like, need to go on a rampage at nighttime with the drill in our offhand. Maybe we'll go do that. Just that, right now, skeletons are still kind of scary. Let's put our drill in our offhand, and let's go crazy in here. And hopefully we don't overfill our sheep pen in here, because a lot of sheep are going to die if that happens. And let's go ahead and go use our enchanted shears as well. Oh yeah, love to hear it. still feel like there was a better way to get shearing, sheep from shearing, but I don't remember what the method was. Shears. So we stopped here last time we were looking at this. Flint shears don't have anything special. Dark matter shears? Maybe it's dark matter shears, but like we're nowhere near that. Shears of winter. Magic shears that tear the leaves from trees with cold. Area of effect shears. Hold on. Oh, we need a snowman drop. How do we get this? I don't... Alloy smelter. Yeah, we don't have that stuff. Sorry, that's gonna be a later problem, I guess. Runic shears we do not have. What are they used for, though? I think we can get some interesting things from them. You like use them on plants and you get different plants out of them. That's... I thought that was an eggplant. What happens if we use this on a sheep? Is sheep in here? Maybe that's the joke, is that you cannot shear sheep because sheep are already shearable with this. Kind of some interesting items you can get from those, though. Here's it in this list by any chance? There it is. We get life essence of sheep. What is that used for? I guess it's used to summon a sheep. Okay, sure, game, sure. There's also a diamond shear, but I'm guessing it's just the same as a regular shear. So yeah, we don't have any better shears right now, I don't think. I could have sworn there was like a block that did it better, though. Isn't it like called a rancher or something? Yeah, this... I'm pretty sure this can shear sheep, but it's a MV tier material, so yeah, we can't do anything with this yet. Don't worry about it. Forget about it. Alright. I did not want to pick that black dye back up. I threw it on the ground for a purpose. And that was to get these 2 mushrooms in here. I'm starting to think, like, whenever I start or end an episode, like, one or the other, I need to, like, start or end on a, point of some kind of organizing. Like, maybe between episodes, just organize whatever mess I made at the end of the prior episode, because I do be making messes over here. Like, that's pretty undeniable. We just got a bunch of candles here. Let's put those... here, I get, well, not there, that's a storage chest. We can use them here, I guess, would be good. Just keep like 2 stacks on us, seems good. Why do we have an extra health bar? Is it because of our nutrition? I have no idea. We just deposited our torches. Please give them back, thank you. Let me keep them on the hotbar so we don't do that again. Oh, so today I wanted to start microcrafting and, getting tin stuff up, we ended up like not really doing any of that. Here's tin ingots though, I guess. Tin ores. Let's go and put some of this tin to... Oh hey, our lotus seeds did actually grow more significantly on that one that we accelerated specifically. Let's go ahead and get our crafting plan set up again that we were going to do. So we want to make one of these for now, and then wire mill. And then, oh yeah, we were working on circuits specifically. We need this type of circuit. 3 of those. So why did I stop? I needed redstone for red alloy cables. That's why I stopped. Okay. Okay. So here we go. Redstone with copper dust will get us the red alloy cable, and I said we needed like, I don't know, 15? Let's just do like a stack though. This is going to be our best way of getting this cable for a while anyways. So we have copper ingots. Do we have copper dust? Let's just use copper dust. It is less processed. Or, to be honest, it's kind of more processed. So on second thought, let's use copper ingots. Why is it more processed? Because the way we're making ores right now, we are grinding up the, what's it called? We would be making the ores in the furnace out there, and then we'd be grinding up the ores in our macerator to get the dust. So technically the dust is like more processed right now. Let me set some sticks to cook in here. Okay, this was perfect timing. The furnaces were still hot, but they were just freshly out of fuel, so that will preserve our fuel from running out. And I'm gonna be naughty. Oh, there's still redstone in here we didn't clean. Hold on, let me go clean this last stack of redstone. Pop. Thank you, Earn. Let's speed this up a bit. Okay, that is using steam quite quickly. I sped it up one too many times, probably. If all of our tanks there are empty. Oopsie. Let's go ahead and hammer the plates we need here with the red alloys. I would like to at least finish the circuits for these machines here before the end of the episode. Okay, so there's our red alloy plates. We're going to take 9 of these and cut them into wires. We're going to take those and wrap them with carpet, like all of them. And hey, that finishes a quest over here. Right here, the superconductor quest. Oh, and it gave us more cables. Okay, cool. Oh, we can also do Baba Black Sheep as well. Nice. Okay, I don't actually need that in my hand right now. Put the stuff away. So we got the red alloy cables. Stick those in there. We will need steel plates. I think we have those. We do not, so let's go make some steel plates really quick. We are going to need vacuum tubes. That's going to need copper wires, so let's get some copper plates going as well. How much copper are we going to need? We're going to need 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 motors, and then... Oh, geez, this is too much to calculate here. Let's see, we need 6 of these, and then we need... How many is this? This is 1 plate for 2 of these, so... We need 1 plate for 2? Yes, so we'll need 3 more plates. And then do we need copper anywhere else? Oh yeah, we will need copper here. 18. And this needs copper as well. Good lord, that is a lot of copper. Okay, that should be all the copper we need just for the circuits and the motors. Let's quickly do the math on that. So we need 48 plus 18. That's going to be 66. Plus these 3 is going to be 69 copper plates. Nice. Okay. Let's just do like 99. 99 copper ingots to cook into plates, and hopefully that's going to be enough iron, copper plates for us. Copper wires? Plates? Whatever. Speed that up a bit. We're also going to need more tin plates. We do have not enough, never mind. Yeah, we're going to need a good amount more tin plates. Let's do like a stack of, I don't know, 45 hopefully would be enough tin. Whoop. What's going on here? We're out of fuel. Looks like we ran out of fuel here. I'm going to speed those up. And then I'm watching the steam here. The problem with this is that we are using the steam faster than the steam can get to it, even though we are actually making a surplus of steam up here right now. So the pipes in the back of these machines are actually being the rate limiting factor on this. Whoops, I sped it up an extra tick on accident. We did not make enough copper plates. Great. I did all the math, and then I didn't actually do the math, if you know what I mean. Okay. Alright, we're gonna hopefully have enough copper to make these machines next time. I mean, we do have enough copper, just enough copper process to make them. With that said, I think we're just gonna leave this cooking for a little while. I'm gonna idle for a bit and otherwise call it on today's episode. And then I also need to do that fast forward from the episode earlier. That was actually a pretty long amount of mining there, so that was looks like over 15 minutes of mining there, so pretty good mining session. But anyways, that's gonna do it for today's episode. If you're enjoying the series, please leave a like, comment, subscribe. We're gonna get like some cool stuff going here very soon, I hope. But until next time, see y'all.